way to success. Toastmaster DTM Peethambaran, the screen is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Master of Ceremonies, DTM Muhammad Shiraz, district leaders, the trios, event chair, moderators, role players. I'm cutting short because I know we are running short of time. Before we start the journey, we are already late. So I don't want to take much of the time on pleasantries and greetings. Let us start what we are here for actually. Now, if you see this, sponsor, mentor, and then come the coach. I am surprised why I should start first. But I realize that District 20 needs more coaches. I will not say not more than more sponsors, of course, because CGD will scold me saying that, no, you stop my sponsors. No, we need more coaches because what the District 20's dashboard suggests now is that 26 clubs out of 106 as on date is in need of club coaches. 26 out of 106 clubs. So we can say like close to 25% of the clubs are in need of club coach. Before I go with the presentation, let me ask, how many of you are here as club coaches, current club coaches? By show of hands. Yes, Vishal. I can see only one screen, unfortunately. Perfect. Who want to be the club coach in this term? Is there anyone for that? Yes. I can see one or two hands raised. Perfect. So we have, yes, Oswin want to be a club coach. So let us see what is there in this program of club coach. Now, since it is a coaching session, I want to make it as interactive as possible. So please do cooperate with me by giving your comments on the chat or, of course, by responding by voice note. So are you ready? All of you are ready? Great. Let us start. Of course, without a presentation, no Toastmaster, things are started. So let me start with this. Coach your way to success. Now, whose way? Your way, my way, our way, or highway? It is the District 20 way what we want to lead to, right? So our endeavor of this term is that, as the district director mentioned, we have get, growth, empowering, and talent. If you put together all these things, then we are going to be a distinguished district or above that. Now, coaching is something called as a universal language of change and learning. Coaching is a universal language of change and learning. So when you are there as a coach, you are the catalyst for change. You are learning, but at the same time, you are giving something to others to take and develop themselves and move forward. So the Club Coach program, I will be covering in 3 segments today. Why this program, Club Coach program, and how it functions, and what is there for me, you, and everyone as a coach or as the club who is giving an opportunity for someone to be the coach. So can I hear from someone why we need this program? Why we need a club coach program? Come on, let us hear something. Host, can you allow them to unmute themselves and speak? Yes, DTM.
Please go ahead.
Of course, Dinesh.
Thank you very much, DTM Peethambaran. I think we need the coach to revive the club who are struggling for the membership especially, and due to the membership, they are not in the good standing position.
Okay, so struggling, good standing, and membership. These are the three keywords from Toastmaster Dinesh. Okay. Anyone else? No comments? So one way it is going to be, I think,
bringing fresh perspectives,
bringing fresh perspective.
growth,
Okay.
sustainable growth of the
For sustainable growth of the club. That means you are aiming for sustainability, right? Perfect. So if I put this in a different way, transfer of or sharing of knowledge and expertise by someone who is having it, is it sound something related to this? If yes, the next thing is a person who is having resources and who can train you to aim for where you want to reach. Where you want to reach is having a sustainable club. And of course, conduct meaningful meetings. The coach can guide you how you can conduct meaningful meeting, which is valuable for its members as well as for the fraternity altogether. And the key, as Toastmaster Dinesh said, of course, thinking of members, adding membership. Now, if you put all this together, it is going to be a quality and sustainable club. So the entire program of club coach is designed to have quality and sustainable club. Are you on this page with me on this? Great. And if you see the club strength, here is, of course, we know the timing, signals, red, less than 13 members, 13 to 19 as a yellow, and of course, with a green as above 20. So what this says is that you are in need of someone support when you are in less than 13. You are okay at 13 and 19, but if you are above 20, you are doing great. You are having a great club. So what as a club coach here required? So I'll be discussing about why we discussed, why we need to have a club coach, how is covered. Next is eligibility of the clubs as well as the coach, appointment procedures, coaching, and of course the documentation required in this. Now, can someone tell me how a club can get a coach, or what is the eligibility for the club? Even in chat box will do something, or I want to be more interactive so that we can learn through the process. First thing is any club with 3 to 12 members between this range is eligible to have a club coach. That means less than 13. It is not necessary that you should be a good standing club. Not necessarily. But you should not be a suspended club. If your club is suspended, you are not eligible to have a club coach immediately until and unless your suspension is removed, you are put back into the roster, then you can go for this. And the third criteria is that there are no coaches as of now. Suppose we are in the beginning of the term, the club coach criteria, or there is no club coach. As I mentioned, 26 clubs required club coaches, not assigned. If any club is having a club coach, they are not eligible to add another coach at that time. So appointments need to be done at once. Then I will come to the next of the things. So these are the eligibility criteria for the clubs and the coaches. A Toastmaster of at least 1 year. Minimum time duration is that you have completed 1 year in Toastmasters so that you know what exactly you are doing. Second is minimum 2 levels in the pathways, or ACB and ALB in the old curriculum, which many still following. Of course, they haven't moved from there. So, but still we can use their expertise. And the third thing is non-member of the club where you are going to get assigned as a club coach at least for the last 6 months. Say today we are applying for the coach position. The last 6 months, if you are a member of that club, No, you are not eligible to be a club coach of that particular club. And the fourth one is not coaching any other clubs. So if you are currently a coach of a club, thank you very much. You continue, do the good work for them. Let us take your expertise. Once you finish, you make your club distinguished and whatever the criteria you are looking for. Otherwise, thank you. Now the appointment procedure. Of course, everything needs some sort of procedures and policies to be followed. The first thing is voting. Of course, who will vote for this club coach appointment? Can someone tell me? District ExCom? District Council?
District director can appoint.
I am saying about a voting. The club can decide whether they want a coach or not by voting. That is the best way when you are aiming to appoint the club coach. And the second thing is identify who you are looking to. Like say you can speak to your area director, your division director, the CGD team. I want to have, or our club is looking for a club coach. Identify the right person for your club. Right person, when I say all the aspects, what you are looking to have in your coach, identify them. And then next is meet with your coach, assigned coach, who is willing to share with you their expertise. Meet, discuss, because the contract is yet to make. Marriage is not yet happened. So you still have time to negotiate actually what you are looking for from the club coach. And club coach can also find what exactly is happening within the ExCom, how the club functions, what are the challenges they are facing. So once you finalize, okay, during the meeting, once you finalize, you can sign your contract. That is a club coach agreement there. Of course, I'll be coming into the documentation part later. Then requesting. There is a certain format for that. A request letter, request form need to be filled by the coach as well as the club president, forwarded to the district director with the recommendation. It goes to Toastmasters International, and Toastmasters International appoint the recommended club coach to the club by an email communication going to the club as well as the club coach who is assigned for that particular club. So this is a procedure for appointing a club coach. Now, can you assume you are appointed as a club coach? Now, what is there for you? How you are going to function? The duration is of 6 to 2 years, 6 months to 2 years. 6 months to 2 years. We often see that club coaches come for just a couple of months or 6 months minimum, and they get the thing done, quick fire one, and leave the club. Actually, the contract or the engagement is for 2 years. You can extend it up to 2 years. You have time to bring the club to an excellent one in 2 years of time. Now, creating a thriving club or a club which is sustainable. So what are the sustainable club characteristics? Can someone help me to spell it out? What is a thriving club, or what is a club of excellence? What is a club of choice, whatever you call it? It's boring for me. I am alone, I have to speak. And we are doing a coach session. No comments? Fine. A club which is having about 20 members, which meets regularly and good attendance, not only having 20 members, but of course, ensure that club's members are attending the meeting, a welcoming atmosphere, conducting effective workshops, and of course, fruitful evaluations, engaging meeting teams. These are a few of the characteristics. Like say a meeting starts on time, ends on time. There are many other characteristics we can add. So if you have all these together, you can say you are creating or you are targeting to have a thriving club or a club of excellence. Now, you as a club coach, how you can do this is You have to win the trust of the club ExCom, the members, and whoever appointed you. That, look, I am giving you an opportunity to be the club coach. You need to win the trust of the club, especially the club members and the ExCom, to have the assigned task completed in the best way. How you can do is, you need to be definitely knowledgeable about the process, how you are going to do, have discussions, find solutions. That is more important. Rather than leading, you take all the responsibilities and let them sit on the corner. No, you have to empower them. You have to assign the club members to take up the role, encourage them, motivate them to come with you to do the things. So you need to win the trust of the members. Discussion with the ExCom, this is a key area. Once you take over as a club coach, a pulse check of the club. What exactly happening? Why the club is in need of a club coach? What was the status for like a couple of years back? Had they been achieving the distinguished status? Had there been any reason for the membership drop? Why it is happening? These discussions, when you do it with the ExCom, you will find really out what exactly it matters. The X factor of the club. When you say X factor, it could be anything. But what I am exactly looking for here is, or what I'm going to suggest you is about, find someone who really in need to bring the club up. There may be differences. There may be some sort of issues within the club, within its members. There are some members just for the sake of having a club membership to support the club to sustain as a good standing club. But you need to find who is that one person in the team, in the entire club, who can support with you, who really want the club to come back to its old shape. We're having chartered 20 members or 20 members like that. At least you have a meaningful meetings. So find that person, get hold of him, discuss with him, keep him in your side. That is the X factor to be a successful club coach. Of course, exchanging of ideas. This is what you need to do. When you discuss, to find what exactly, how you can give them solutions. And mobilizing resources. Now, what are the resources we have as a club coach? Club success plan, moments of truth. Apart from that, we have a beautiful bunch of Toastmasters in our District 20. So we need to get their support. As a club coach, you need to get their support, bring them into the club where you are as a club coach, be with them in the meeting so that you are able to give a sense of responsibility to the club members that, look, my club coach, our club coach is trying to bring the glory back into our books. So let us do that. So you are here to mobilize the resources, whatever may be. And I'm sure every one of us will be supporting for that. When you are in need of certain role players for a club meeting, call your friends, approach someone so that at least they will be able to support you. And master your meetings. How creative, how interesting, how engaging your meetings can be is what defining how successful you are going to be as a club coach. Of course, all these put together will show at the end of the term in your DCP points, right? But you need to work step by step. Never ever tell to your team or the club ExCom that I want to get my DTM award done. I want the club to be a distinguished one. They would say, okay, go back. We heard this many a time before coming. If you are willing to work with us as a team, willing to contribute your expertise, your experience, yes, then we can move forward together. That sort of an atmosphere you need to make through beautiful meetings. And of course, advising the club during the membership building program. Now, we are in that from August, September. Of course, we all know there are 3 membership building program normally happens, but apart from that, whatever opportunity you have, you can use that to build membership. And lastly, what you can do is recognition of your members. how effectively you are recognizing by rewarding, announcing, preparing for posters, flyers of the club. Make your team work towards that, and achievements, once you start celebrating, members feel that, yes, we are here for the right purpose. Can you as a club coach be removed? Yes or no? Can you be removed as a club coach? DTM Toastmaster Vishal, you are a club coach now. You answered me that you are a club coach. Can you be removed?
Yes.
Who will remove you then?
The district director.
So everything goes on to one side of district director. Actually, the club coach can be removed, not by district director or the club growth director. The club can remove you. If the club feel that we appointed a club coach, we are not getting what we actually looking for, they can write to TA and get you removed. They may have a courtesy to tell you, thank you very much, Vishal. We will meet sometime next. But for time being, let us break the relationship. So do you want that? No, you don't want to happen that, right? So you can be removed. It is not that you are there for 2 years altogether, no. But if you do your things right way, you will not be removed. They will be, of course, happily applauding for you. Now the documentation, how to do for this. One is about club coach module. The club coach, who is going to be the club coach, as well as the other person, or the ex-com members or even non-ex-com members, can at least once go through the club coach module and complete it. The club coach getting appointed, as well as minimum one officer from the club need to complete the club coach module. Second is your engagement, your marriage certificate with the club as an agreement, club coach agreement. After discussion, once you sign that, you are agreeing with the terms and conditions of to be a club coach of that particular club. Next is about preliminary report. Once you join, immediately you need to prepare a preliminary report after discussing, after going through the club success plan, what it is exactly, how it looks like after attending a couple of meetings. But within the first month, you try to give this preliminary report. Progress report. You need to submit it like every 2 months. Prepare your progress report, 1, 2, and discuss with the club ex-com that this is what I am seeing. Discuss with CGD, the support team, how we can move forward on that. And of course, your final report. Now, if that is the only thing, no. Then the club president, if they find that your appointment as a club coach is successful and what they are intended for, the club president will write to TI that we thank Toastmaster Vishal for being the club coach for us, and we request TI to give the credit to Toastmaster Vishal for the club coach. So unless your club president write to TI, even CGD, DD cannot help you here. Only the club president. So you can be kicked out by the club president, but you can be rewarded also by the club president. Now, what benefit we have in this program? Benefit for the club is, of course, sustainability. If you get a good coach, you go through the process the right way, your club is going to sustain. And the second thing is, of course, experienced members, because working with some experienced Toastmasters will increase the value of your members. Your members get experience. And of course, the final aim of having a distinguished status. Now, distinguished status, when you have, there were earlier an option of 20 members, but currently it is adding base plus 3 even for this year. Otherwise, it was base plus 5 or 20 members. Club coaches supposed to have 20 members earlier, but now it is a bit relaxed to have at least getting that base plus 3, whatever required for the distinguished program. Last year I wrote to TI to get a confirmation, and I'm waiting for that. If you complete that 2 things together, are you going to have a dual credit of a district leader as well as a club coach? I'm waiting for the reply on that part. So as a club coach, what you have, the club benefit we discussed. Now for you as a club coach, you will be learning about team building. You'll be learning about leadership. Leadership is not just alone leading from the front. You can lead from back. You can support them. You can ask them to move forward. Your entire contingent will be working towards the sole aim, what you set for them at the beginning. Your coaching experience, of course, collaboration, management, club coach credit, as I said, once the president writes and the PI see that everything is in order, you will be getting, and most probably comes in the month of August. So second week onwards, you will be start getting the mails that once you completed the club coach and all the criteria met. And of course, you become the unsung hero of the club. Because you made them proud, you made them successful, and they are going to be known by the club, not you as a coach. And today, as of now, we are celebrating, or we are having the Olympics going on. We all know that who won the gold or who lost the finals, but we seldom know the coaches. That is why you are going to be the unsung heroes of the club. But believe me, the district leaders will remember you for your contribution on how it is, how was this club, what this gentleman has done to bring this club to this level. That's all from my side. Now let us discuss on something which looking for. So are you all ready? Okay. Now I said about the theoretical part, certain practical difficulties, certain practical thing. We all know that at times it doesn't work the way what we discussed, right? We often see someone joining, signing, okay, coming one meeting, maybe even appearing, may not be appearing. But today what I'm going to tell you is something different. Now, if I ask you, those who are in the coaching, I don't want Vishal to answer only. What is a goal every club coach should aim for? Can someone tell me that? Or in the chat box, at least if you are not able to unmute. No? No comments?
Quality meetings,
Quality meetings. Okay.
sustainable membership growth.
Sustainable. Okay. Quality meetings, sustainable club.
Success of the club.
Success of the club. What is a measurement for how we measure on that success? Is it only the DCP points?
No.
Distinguished status.
Distinguished status, of course, but above all, how the club members are doing, how they perform, how the club leaders come forward and start doing the things. Apart from DCP, there are certain more things what we can achieve, right?
Leadership development.
Leadership development. Yes, the list is long. So here we are giving you something different now. We had successful club coaches in the past and even in the current term. So let us hear what they have to share with us. We have distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shahbaz Ali, who had been the club coach for multiple clubs and who was successful in his journey as a club coach. Let us hear what we have to say, what we can learn from DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali, the past international director, District 20 director, past district director, one of the best gentlemen whom we can approach to for anything related to Toastmasters. IT moderator, can we have the video, please?
Coach should aim for? Well, it will be unfair to say it's just one goal. There are always more than one. But let's focus on one for now. That one goal is transformation of as many members as possible for the club we are coaching. Now, it's kind of tough to transform everybody, but it's not impossible. So a coach should aim by the end of the coach's
Toastmaster
term,
Vishal, can you play the video?
a lot of lives are being touched.
It's running.
I am playing, but okay, let me play that again.
I could see.
was running. You could see me.
Okay, let me play that again. Yeah.
Everybody, what is that one goal that every club coach should aim for? Well, it will be unfair to say it's just one goal. There are always more than one. But let's focus on one for now. That one goal is transformation of as many members as possible for the club we are coaching. Now, it's kind of tough to transform everybody, but it's not impossible. So, a coach should aim by the end of the coach's term. A lot of lives are being touched by the program that we have in Toastmasters International. Because if the club members are on a continuous transformation, on a very genuine organic transformation, then definitely the club will be sustained for much longer time, and that is one aim I can think of.
Embarking on the journey as a club coach for the first advanced club in the Middle East, Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club, was like holding a golden ticket to a world of transformation and inspiration. And the primary goal for me as a club coach was to foster an environment where every club member can develop their communication and leadership skills.
I think the primary aim of every club coach should be helping the club achieve its distinguished status, which means achieving the membership and educational goals, because these two goals are very essential for any club's growth and its vitality. Interestingly, when you reach these goals, it ensures the club's long-term success and also helps the member in a continued journey of development, of personal growth, in leadership and in their communication as well.
Hello everybody. What is that one?
Thank you, moderator, Toastmaster Vishal. So how many of you agree with this, that DTM Ali said it is about transformation? DTM Zahra, another successful coach who was a club coach for Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters in its turbulent time. And believe me, since then, that club is always having 20 plus members. And of course, Toastmaster Vishal, our expert here. So I want to know what you think. DTM Ramkumar, yes.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation, DTM Peethambaran Nair. The presentation was awful, and I agree with all the presentations, advisors, and the members' choices, especially for the International Past Director, DTM Ali Shabazz Ali. The most important thing for me when I was a club coach, always building, not just bringing the quality of the club meeting, but also instilling, uplifting the spirit of club members in the harmonious manner. There was always a dispute between one club member to the ex-com member. Like, they're not performing their role, they're not delegating the task, members are not coming forward. These are the potential things that we need to take it seriously and dealt seriously in a harmonious manner. Step up, pull up your socks, roll up your sleeves, and step into their positions as a member. Don't act like a club officer or a club coach. Talk to them as a club member, wherein you will resolve the problems, issues amicably, because the problem solving is a beautiful skill. You should learn how to tackle the situations within the club members and the ex-com member. Otherwise, as a club coach, I will be easily expelled out because the club members and the club president have full rights to remove any moment of the time before I earn
you,
or
Dilip.
reap as a club coach reward. So the one thing, you need to be calm, you need to be disciplined yourself, and you need to act as a member, not as a leader. That shows your victory. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Anyone have any opinion about what is the one goal every club coach should aim for? Anyone else is having any comment? I cannot see the screen too, so if someone can help me, if anyone is, please unmute and say your comments. Nothing? Is it so boring? Okay. If no comments on that, what they have said, I will ask second question now. But before I ask to the experts, I want to hear from the audience what it is. What is the one characteristics or skill every club coach will develop when they are doing this club coach? I repeat, what is the one important characteristics or skill that every club coach will develop during their tenure as a club coach? Before listening to the video, yes, Toastmaster Vikram.
Yeah, good evening, DTM Peethambaran ji and all dignitaries. I think the club coach first learns team building.
Team building, okay.
Yes, team building, communication, and managing, conflict resolution. That is one of the skill I believe.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
This is the problem with masters. Now, when we ask for one, we had enough and more.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let us hear from the experts. Now, again, DTM Ali first. The video.
What is that one skill that I would learn as a coach? I recall from my days as a coach, or whenever I've coached, I improve my skill when I think of being very agile. You see, what worked for me in my clubs where I'm member of could be different. A different club culture, different set of mind pattern, different set of collective club pattern that we used to follow. Maybe that doesn't fit all the clubs, all other clubs. So definitely being agile, agility is one of the skills I would enhance while I'm a club coach, because when I work with different set of people, different clubs as a coach, definitely I need to come with my pattern of thinking and merge it with their pattern of thinking, and together that synergy will surely have more than one skills being built. So being agile is one of the skills that I have always built while being a club.
And the key skill that all of us we tried to focus on was the effective mentorship. Listen, encourage, and advise all the members and officers to overcome the obstacles.
One skill that every club coach will be developing is the skill of leadership. Now, as a club coach, we are inspiring, we are motivating our members to navigate and to have a shared vision. This experience as a club coach helps us to build strong teams and ultimately transforms both the club and our journey as club coach into becoming leaders.
That's wonderful. So we have listening, we will get the benefit as agile, listening, calmness, a lot of things. Anyone else want to comment on this? CGD, what is your choice on this? What is your...
I really love the fact, the skill that DTM Ali mentioned, because dealing with different clubs, with different cultures, different people, definitely makes you agile. So this is actually my favorite skill and the one I would love to learn by becoming a coach myself.
Perfect. Our event chair, what is your favorite skill? What you would?
My favorite skill would be to, like what DTM Zahra said, yes, listening with empathy. Somebody else also said, I think in the chats also somebody listening with empathy so that, you bond with the members before you raise them up, you actually bond with them, they become your friends, and then you can actually uplift them into becoming, working together and bringing up the club.
Thank you. Thank you. So like DTM Rohina mentioned in the chat, it is like listening, right? That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So before you speak, listen carefully to them. And is Dr. Suman Mishra. Yes.
Yeah, actually, first of all, thank you very much. Kudos for the nice presentation, and thank you for the nice interactive session now. So we are talking, all of us are talking about empathy and problem solving. We have a bigger umbrella, emotional intelligence. So here we interact with them, and also being aware, self-awareness, and also, like we say, putting our feet in their shoes. So how much it hurts. So that will be very excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So emotional intelligence, right? So how a coach will benefit is adding emotional intelligence way, or how to deal with these things into your kitty. And our past district director mentioned that thinking out of the box. Of course, I am thinking out of my screen, the small box now. Thank you. So DTM Vishal, I have one more question to be answered by the expert first. That is, what is the one thing every club coaches should avoid? What is the one thing which every club coaches should avoid? Let us hear what the expert says.
Avoid. Well, definitely, every club coach should avoid. Well, definitely, every club coach should avoid becoming the conflict or part of the conflict. You see, when a club needs a coach, it's understandable. There could be an underlying issue. There could be a problem between members, misunderstandings at times. Could be problems like members didn't get time, no passion. So when I come in, I shouldn't become part of the conflict as a coach, and at the same time, I cannot come in with bag of advices and dump it on them. That's not a good thing to do as a coach. So definitely having the helicopter view, staying out of any conflict, and then neutrally advising them, supporting them to sustain and grow is the best thing to do. So the helicopter view is the best view as a coach, always.
And from my point of view as a club coach, the only thing that we should avoid is the micromanaging. Instead, trust them and their capabilities, because they know that they can do it. With your guidance and of course with your encouragement, they will be able to succeed.
Everyone makes mistakes, and I think one mistake a club coach could do is imposing a solution without fully understanding the true dynamics or the nature of the club. Because each Toastmasters club has its own challenges, strength, and even weaknesses. As club coach, we need to be actively listening to the members, involving them in the decision-making process, and most importantly, respecting the established practices of the club.
Thank you very much, IT moderator, for that. Now, apart from this, do anyone have any questions to be answered by me or someone else who can give a better reply than me on that subject? Anyone is there? Yes, Toastmaster Dinesh.
First of all, thank you very much, DTM Peethambaran. Only the query, not the question, we can say, if the coach doesn't meet his purpose or the aim, then what is the again process? Means he could not build the membership. He could not brought the club as a distinguished.
Okay.
So what is to do this next?
Okay. Okay. Now, first of all, what I want to tell you is that club coach is not going to bring you members. Let us make it very clear. He will equip the team to bring more members. If a club coach brings few members in the club, believe me, they will go once the club coach term is over. You will be back into the same place where you started. Next term, you're looking for a new club coach. What club coach can do is that, of course, by membership building, how you can build more members, how you can invite guests, how the club can be a very comfortable and conducive environment for growing others. This is what the club coach can help you to do through his expertise, through managing the resources, through discussions and dialogues. However, if you feel that the club coach is not at all cooperating with the club, not at all interested to do the thing only about the credit part, as I said in the beginning, the club coach can be removed based on the club voting decision. You can vote and decide, then you can intimate that club coach, sorry. But before that, if you're taking such steps, do have a discussion that what is the sentiment of the club about the club coach, so that, of course, we learn even sometime from mistakes. I hope that is clear for you, Toastmaster Dinesh.
No, my question was actually that if suppose a coach worked hard with the club for 1 year and the club could not bring at that required for that coach purpose, so did he will get the coach status for the purpose or no?
See, you can always ask to get a replacement club coach. You can remove the current club coach, do the entire process once again, get a new club coach whom you believe more. Now here what happens is, when you got a chance to discuss with the club coach, whether during the first thing, as I said, meeting with ExCom and the interested members, during that discussion, if you are able to find what exactly it is, how the person is going to contribute towards your growth, you have taken the accountability of that, and then you have the right to discuss with him when it is not happening. So if it is not happening, of course, you can go back to the basics, get the coach changed. But again, all these things need to be done with the honor and dignity, not just like making it as a blah 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 thing and discourage someone to join to your club as a member or as a coach. I hope that is the way we can move forward in that scenario if the desired outcome is not received. Any other questions?
DTM Peethambaran Nair, can I have a question?
Please, DTM Ahmed, it's always a pleasure to answer your question, especially.
Yes. Can the district officer insist upon a coach to a club?
No. The straight answer is no. Club itself is an individual entity who has the right to say, thank you very much for your suggestion, but we, by seeing the club, by knowing the club, we are looking for someone else. We cannot insist to have, or you cannot impose someone on you as a club coach, whether by a district director or anyone.
No, but coaches are to be assigned or appointed by the district director, right?
Coaches has to be appointed. TA appoint the coach. Now, let us go through the process once again. I will quickly brief. Once you have a discussion, you identify whom you want to be your club coach. You can speak to your area director, you can speak to your division director, you can speak to your CGD. I am looking for someone who can bring my club up. And if they are able to suggest someone, and if the club decide, okay, we are okay with this club coach, then you sign the agreement with them. It is not necessary that anyone who has been told, okay, he can be a coach. Though now, as I said, now we are falling short of 26 clubs doesn't have a club coach. They are eligible, but we don't have club coaches. It may be because of shortages. It may be because the club decide we don't want a coach. The club can decide we don't want a coach. We can suggest them. The district leadership can suggest, the area director, the division director can suggest, look, Toastmaster XYZ is there to support you. His expertise can be utilized. But if the club decide, no, we are good with our own way, we don't want to have a club coach, you cannot impose anyone to them. However, the recommendations on president give, it goes to the district director or district director appointed CGD or PQD, whoever is going to take charge on that particular thing, will be writing to TI with the completed forms that this Toastmaster can be appointed as the club coach for this club. I think
Okay. Can I rephrase the question? Can the district director reject any recommended coach by the club?
See, now you as the club EXCO recommends, you decided that we want this particular person as the club coach. There is no ground that someone is going to reject your request. However, in case if something of that sort happens, you can always go back, have a discussion, involve your next leader, like the area director or the division director, into the chain of communication, communicate with them, discuss and find out why the recommended person is not being approved. Otherwise, there is no ground for the recommended club coach is rejected by the district director.
By ethics, I think we should not be discussing this, but this is a personal question I am asking. We have seen coaches not even stepping to the clubs that where they are appointed, not even stepping to the meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And they have been approved as the coaches, and they have got the credit. What do you think about that?
Okay. See, the process defines very clearly how it is. One is, once you are appointed, once you agree to be the club coach, you are taking part into the activities and you have the chance to, and the last chance, even if the club gets distinguished by your own work, till the time the club president rise to TI, the club coach credit is not getting given or not being awarded to the particular club coach. Practically what you are saying, I do understand there are scenarios, there are situations goes in that way. But if until and unless the club president write to TI that Toastmaster so-and-so has completed the term and all the requisites have been met, till the time TI is not giving the credit to the club coach. Our IPDD has raised hand. IPDD? DTM Mona?
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for the amazing workshop presented by DTM Peethambaran and the comments that came from our leaders regarding the 3 questions. This is amazing by DTM Dalia. She's bringing us new way of just learning and sending or sharing the information. Now, regarding the coaches, the coach is a person who comes to support the club, to bring the club to a higher level. And this coach can be chosen by the club officers, and they agree that and recommend this name to the dignitaries of the trio, or they can just ask the trio to just provide them with a list of the coaches, or they can also ask them to help them and to bring a coach for their club. So this is the way that we are choosing or selecting a coach for a club. The second thing is that once the coach been agreed by the president of the club and the CGD or the DD, then the forms will be filled and will be shared to the headquarters. Once it is accepted from there, from the headquarters, and the name of the coach will be listed in the dashboard, then the coach have to proceed his the way his job and responsibility by just meet the club officers and do his plan, share his plan before he sent the report. The first report he have to share with the CGD and the DD and the club president. that this is our plan, what we are going to do for this club. The second report should also be sent as update the dignitaries where we reach, and he can follow up with the club president and the officers there where we reach now, what we have to do. Do we have to change the plan, or we have to just stick with our plan? We are doing well. And at the end, after he finish or she finish the process, the term, then they can just send the last report saying that we done with our as a coach, and we achieved this point, and by this he finished his job. And then a recommendation or an email should be sent by the president, approved that this coach has done his work. So this is to avoid that any coach didn't attend or she didn't do her responsibility. The president of the club have to approve that this coach done his job. And also, if the club done all his, the achievement, and they reached to a distinguish, but the coach was not there, they can also send an email to the TI and to the district director saying that the coach was not doing his job, so please remove his name or her name. So by this, I think it is the way that we have integrity and excellence, and make sure that all the things being done probably. Thank you so much, and I know I've taken.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
But this just to answer all the questions, the queries that coming and going. One more thing, only just one point, if you will allow me. Now, I think Danish raised something saying that a coach done his work, but they didn't achieve the distinguish. What they have to do. The club also, again, we will go to the club. The club have the decision whether they will continue with this coach. They have to just send an email to the DD and the headquarters saying that we want this coach to continue with us one more term, and this will be allowed. And sometimes also a coach, he can finish base +3 +5 points, DCV points, but he wants to continue working with this club, and the club, they want him to continue with their club. And because they reached only 12, maybe they've been 8, and they had only 4 members, so that means they achieved the distinguish, but still there is a space to work with the coach. So they can also ask for or just request sending by email saying that we want to continue with this coach again one more year. So this is again always we say it's the decision of the members and the club. They have the power there. Thank you so much, and back to you.
Thank you very much, IPDD, DTM Mona. So ladies and gentlemen, I know the session took more than expected time. Toastmasters DTM Munira is looking at me from the corner. What happened? Why you are dragging it? Sorry. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one thing. Anything what you want to do for the club, the best role you need to look for is for the club coach. Because as I said in the beginning, coaching is a universal language which leads to change and, of course, learning. So you can be the catalyst for changing the future of few Toastmasters and, of course, the club, and thus our district. I wish those who are willing to come forward as the club coaches for the next term all the best. And thank to CGD and the wonderful team for giving me an opportunity to be the presenter for this club coach. Thank you very much. Have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.